What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Kyrie,
And it's your boy Emmy.
and welcome to another episode of
What's
the
the
Point.
point?
Oh Lord, that was so funny. What's going on, everybody? It is us yet again, and we are back today. We're gonna have a big topic. We're gonna be discussing a whole bunch of whatever. I know one of our producers has some information on the Diddy case, and he's dying to get that out. So we're gonna have some. The voice from beyond can be quiet.
Right, because we haven't introduced y'all yet.
Right. You don't even exist in this space till we bring your name up. Like, okay, Jesus, be quiet. No, don't. Just saying, it's a joke. It's a joke. Anywho, let's go ahead and kick this off and bring them in since they want to be a part already. Let's go ahead and bring our illustrious producer and director, Shazam and Carnage. Come on up to the front, boys.
Woohoo!
Woo, yes. Titties. Yay, Mardi Gras. All right.
What?
How y'all doing? I know, right? Girl, it's Fat Tuesday somewhere, bitch. No, it's not. Hi guys.
Hi.
I'm about to say, damn, bitch, respond when ready. The fuck?
What's up? We gotta since we together in the room, we gotta mute it, unmute and mute. So,
Okay.
well, what's up?
Not too much.
This is clearly going to be a day.
It is.
Uh,
I think we are all in certain levels of what the fucketry or recovery or whatever. So that's why I said today is going to be just very much a shoot to shit. What's up, my people? Type of day. For full disclosure, we were supposed to have a cooking contest this weekend, but our studio kitchen was not properly ready for what we were going to do. So we just decided to kick it and have a good time with y'all today.
It was ready.
that's not what we were
Not to our
told.
directors. Right, our director said that he was not prepared.
No,
He was not.
No, he said it's not. What did you say, Cole?
Show ready.
I didn't feel it was ready for the cameras.
Right, please.
It's not camera
But-
ready. So.
but it was clean like a motherfucker. So like.
I love it. Carter said
It was
"Either way, I
clean,
want
but
to
I'm
get
not
down."
letting these bitches judge my shit. Hell the fuck no, but all right.
It's not a Food Network studio kitchen.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck exactly.
And I get now. Look, to Carnage's credit, I understand if it's clean, it's clean, and the way some of these motherfuckers get down, bitch, it really don't matter. I understand where you're coming from, but seeing how some of these other people have lived their lives and they do these little food things and their kitchens look, honey,
You
it don't.
got to start somewhere.
Like there's a dude who literally cooks hood food in a disgusting kitchen, and he gets tons of likes and views.
I could not.
I have seen. I can only watch two.
Call me bougie, but I can't. No, I will
I
not.
understand where you're
You
coming from.
could.
I understand where you're coming from. Now, I do think that we still could. Now, I don't necessarily think you could have to show the floors and shit. You'd have to show every crack and crevice. You could have just shot us cooking the show, cooking the food. But you know what I mean? Like,
I was trying to give the people something pleasant to look at.
Well, they have me. Hello. That was just too easy.
And thank you guys so much for a great episode of What's the Point. It has been amazing chilling with y'all today. We're going to wrap this up early because fuck all three of these horse face ass bitches. The fucking shit. Anyway.
You need a new one.
I need a new co-host. That's what I need. I need a new co-host.
Your show would bomb, but go ahead.
Yeah, whatever. Like your face. Anyway. Wow. So actually, I do want to throw it to you, Hemi. I just want to how have you been? What's going on? Talk. Just give us. Because right now, I said we're just gonna cut it. We're gonna flow. So just give me what you got, big dog. Give me something good.
Hemi's good. Hemi doesn't have.
Oh, well, fine. You want to do that? I'll throw you under the bus. If we can talk about your little evening last night, we could do that.
That's what we're not doing. That's
Why we're
not the
not?
topic of discussion. Eric, didn't you have something you wanted to talk
See,
about? Let's go
how
into
can
Diddy.
we?
Let's talk about
How can
Diddy.
we
Um,
have a no? How can we have a good discussion where our audience gets to know us if we don't discuss tiny tidbits of our personal life? I'm not saying give the guy's name, height, and weight. You went on a date. What the fuck
Right.
did you do?
What does
Like, just,
what does a good day consist
nigga.
of these days? Because I'm old and not in the market. So what's up? What's it like? What's going on? What was it giving?
You don't have to have you don't have to say any specific details.
I'm not asking. I'm not saying that you. I'm
I'm
not saying
gonna
that you
come
would
over
have.
to the east side and bust you in your fat nose. That's what I'm gonna do, Wanda.
I'm just saying you had a wonderful time last night with a nice individual. I'm just
I
asking if
did,
you were
and that's
right. And all I'm saying is just expound on that for the audience. That's all I'm saying. Like, what?
business. My business. I had a good time. I did. We had dinner, and then we hung out at a couple of bars and had drinks and a good time.
Okay, wholesome Annie. Was there a good night kiss involved? Did y'all take a long
Now you
walk?
doing too
Did
much.
you,
Now you doing too much. I,
girl?
some things are for me, like reality stars say. I will give you what I want to
I
give you,
didn't.
not
Oh
what you
my
asked
god.
for.
Oh my god! I didn't even. You acted like I asked if you went straight into clapping his cheeks or some shit. I just said if you get a good night kiss.
But did you?
That's him. See, that's his shit. I didn't do that. All
You
I said,
started it. You started it. He couldn't. He wouldn't have been able to say that if you didn't ask your question first.
He wouldn't have even
Raggedy,
known.
tired
Uh,
trollop.
he
that's
he would
fine. But my thing is this: like I said, and Eric, I do get it. Carnage, excuse me, I get it. Yes, but however, talk, nigga. Like,
I,
like
I am
what I'm
talking.
saying.
I
Like,
said, Eric, didn't you want to discuss Diddy? I think I talked.
I want to discuss.
Well, let's wrap up
I.
this conversation first. So
That's what I'm saying. Like,
just to be nice about it, would it be a
We had
repeat?
a good time, and yes,
Oh,
okay, so where'd you go to eat?
there was a kiss.
Where'd you go to
oh.
eat?
I thought we were wrapping this up.
Did you go to? Did you eat any? Did you go? Did y'all just go to the bar? Did you go to
I
eat?
said we went to
no, no.
dinner.
Okay.
I said he don't have to say specific. Where you
Okay, you
go
went
to
to dinner. I'm
specific.
not
Yes,
right. I'm not asking the restaurant. I'm
you
not the
did just
lawyer.
say where'd you go eat. You
You just
did,
did.
How did you get a lawyer in this conversation? I don't even understand. All of a sudden, you got a defense attorney, and I'm just trying to have a
and
conversation.
I appreciate my
I don't even
because you're
understand this shit.
backpedaling. You
No,
just
I'm not.
said you don't have
Him.
to tell us where you went, but previous to that, you said
Well,
where
since
did
there
you
was an objection, let's redirect the question.
Okay.
So what
What?
did y'all share off each other's plates? Was there any like little cutesy romantic kind
we
of?
went to a pizza place, so we shared pizza.
Oh, what kind of pizza
Oh,
was it?
right, girl. I want to. Was it pepperoni? Was it the spicy sausage of love? Was
There
it?
were
Mmm,
many toppings on the
sausage.
pizza.
Oh,
Oh, there were.
toppings.
Oh, okay. We
How
got
much
three toppings.
topping was
Okay,
there?
right. Was it a deluxe pizza? Was it supreme, honey? Do we have what we got? Let's. Did we go?
Sweet baby Jesus.
I am loving this so much. I am loving this. So, did we have ham? Did we have pineapple? Did we have chicken?
Nobody put
Mm.
pineapple on a pizza. That is disgusting.
Wait a minute. I put
What?
pineapple on
I
pizza.
said
Uh,
That
it.
pizza is
Pineapple?
fucking
I
good.
said
I,
it.
I do.
No, no, you are outnumbered on this one, my friend.
I don't give
Pineapple
two
on pizza
fucks.
is the bomb.
Pizza ain't supposed to be sweet unless it's a sweet
Yes,
pizza.
No, it's a sweet
No,
burst
pineapple.
along with the salty.
it's
Thank
It's a
disgusting.
you.
nice
It's
blend of
disgusting.
flavors.
You don't understand
Oh
sweet
my
and
It's
god.
savory.
Do you not
disgusting.
understand flavor?
No, you don't understand sweet and savory.
I do understand flavor. Pineapple belongs in fruit cocktail.
Okay, pineapples can go on pizza. Why you went? This nigga went to elementary school. That's because you have children. He went
That
straight to
would belong
have
to fruit
children.
cocktail,
It
not
belongs to
on a
fruit
pizza.
cocktail under the sea, not on my pizza. All
Right.
right, fine, fine,
I will.
fine.
Okay, so Hemi doesn't feel called out. I will discuss my little issue. Well, not issue. Oh God, that's not a good way to start, is it? So I met a friend about 2 weeks ago, and I came to the revelation that I am not
You're
still
absolutely
100%. Well, there's that. There is that.
Wow.
I mean, look,
I
in
will
for a
second
penny,
it.
look, in for a penny, in for a pound, bitch. You get what you get. Most of the time now, I tell most men, if you want to see my personality, watch my show. You kind of get a whole of that.
You in this
Um,
grandma shawl.
Girl, look, if it gets cold, I need to put on my shoulders. Stop it. I'm
Entering
a blanket.
auntie mode.
Why?
I'm a look.
Entering
This
grandma.
room I am in, this room I am in does not have insulation. So if it's chilly, it's chilly, and if it's warm, it's warm.
The
And right
breeze coming
now,
from your mouth. That's what it is. Anyway.
Uh,
you too, bitch. Shut the fuck up. So if it's chilly in here, it's chilly in here. Anyway,
okay, back to your cuckoo birdness. Let's talk about it.
so I met
Let's
this
talk
individual.
about you.
That's what I said. So you don't feel singled out. I'm going to talk about me. Um, I met him, and I realized that I'm still very aggressive. Let's put it that way.
When did you discover this? Predator?
No, I said still. Like, and like I know that I am.
No, he is very Glenn Close fatal attraction. Like, I won't be ignored.
Here's okay. So here's the thing. I have come to the understanding that I, because of past relationships, no offense, Carnage, love you, mwah. But because of not just you, I'm like all
Oh,
as a
oh,
whole.
He
oh,
calling you
you,
out.
you, you,
No, I'm just saying because you're sitting here, so it's no
no,
offense to you because you're sitting here.
no. You are saying the same thing I was telling you. So go ahead.
Okay, when I was, what conversation was that?
Which number?
Um,
List?
um, um,
Anyway,
you.
so the problem was that in the first few days, the communication was very heavy and we seemed to be on the same page. However, when I started getting more, well, the communication started very sexy. You know, things start off with sex all the time. Not, it wasn't necessarily my starting off point. It was his starting off point. But you know, I'm a sexy bitch, so you know, it do what it do.
Sorry.
So I hate you, Solilo.
Where's Dochi at?
y'all, y'all are such bitches. Anyway, so
what,
this
what,
is what I
what,
mean when I say y'all make me the joke of the
Okay.
fucking
what
show. I
Spanish
am
word?
literally talking about some
What's it
serious
called?
shit.
Delusion? Is
Right.
Shut up.
it?
Fuck y'all bitches. Anyway,
But you was just fine with making him eat a joke.
Exactly.
I fail to see your
Take a
point.
dose of your own medicine, bitch.
We just trying to keep you in your natural habitat. That's all.
Oh, oh.
Cole, you're ugly. Let me just say that and be done.
Uh,
Anyway,
steel sharp as steel.
Go ahead.
that's why
Finish your
Cole's face
story.
is like a brick. Anyway,
Finish your story about your
no, the thing
psychosis.
is, so when conversation started getting to more of a real place on my end, it started to slow down on his end. To now, and now here's the thing.
Excuse me. We talking about the older person, right?
Yeah, the guy that I've told you
Okay, yeah. Okay. Continue.
recently that I was talking to you about. Did you need to make a mention that he was older? I failed to see how that fell into the equation, but you just had to make a fact that he was older.
Could you just get to the
Um, I,
story?
The point is
I didn't want to say he was white.
lack of focus.
Oh,
You didn't have to say that either, motherfucker. But okay, it doesn't make a
Uh,
difference. But anyway,
This is so good.
so
This
right.
peach margarita people. Come on, just get into it.
shut up. So basically, I guess maybe I'm trying to dance around the fact that I feel like I don't know if I turned him off or what. Because when the conversation started getting more serious, I started talking about like my things, like my situation. While it still seems like he's interested, the conversation is it's not the same. Like it's not as frequent. Now, also, he did say he's in Philly with his family right now, which also is like, okay, so if he doesn't reply like that, I guess he's probably busy with family. Now, I purposely didn't text him yesterday just to let things be what they be, chill out, whatever. But I feel like when I go through these processes and these thought processes, I literally am being the crazy one. Because it's not really that serious, but because of my anxieties and the things I think about, it become Cole, why is your face so close to the camera?
He's listening intently. Now
Oh,
finish.
Yeah.
okay. I looked down and it was like, I don't know, like ultra scope. I just looked, he was right there. Um, no. I just feel like
Meanwhile, his
that is
camera is
where
closer to
my
him than me.
say what?
Meanwhile, your camera is closer to your face than mine.
Yeah, but I look better. So
Oh, child.
That's a lie.
shut up. So I feel like that's where my crazy comes in is the looking at all the small things and trying to find holes in those things. But also I feel like I'm trying to offset some fuck shit from happening at the same time. Does that make sense?
Mm, no, it's too soon for that.
Listen,
I and I
let me
and I
tell
agree.
you.
No, what? So, what are you doing to offset the fuck shit from happening? What are you doing to?
Like be upfront and have the hard questions early so that you don't waste your time.
So, what happened?
He called me and was going crazy because the guy hadn't responded to him. And let me prep let me set this up real quick.
Oh,
You gonna make me stop calling you Hemi.
I know,
You
no,
gonna make me stop
you
calling you.
bring it up, so now we talking.
That's fine. Let's go. Well, I mean, let's get into it though,
I just want to
because
say
y'all are
he
my counsel, and if I am being a little too much too soon, which I do think I am, I know y'all will help kind of.
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
So he calls me freaking out because the guy wasn't responding to him quick enough. And when
No,
he
oh,
no,
first
it was
real,
because
when,
he doesn't talk in the evenings. He
well
doesn't
real,
when he
respond in the
well
evenings
no when
after
he
work.
first brought
real.
this up like a couple days prior to when he called me with the breakdown.
Hey, Hemi, real quick. Kyrie knew who to call because
Yeah.
if he would have called me with that shit,
He knew. He called his therapist.
It was I was venting, okay, because there were
And
things
but
I.
no,
Let me okay.
I have to
Before you
just
go on,
tell
let me put
y'all
a couple of things in the context. Let me put a couple of things for the loopholes so you understand. He does not communicate in the evenings. It's usually just when he's working. And then over the weekend it was spotty. Now when I did ask him about his communication, he said, he's in the gym for a few hours, and then when he gets home, he's usually in bed by 10. Okay, cool. Now I did notice that after I did bring that up, he did make an effort to hit me up in the evening, like two different times. So it's been just the spotty communication that has had me like, okay, you were talking hot and heavy at first. Now it's become kind of spotty. Did I do too much too soon? Like, did I hit you with the boulder too quick? Because I did say I wanted to have the hard conversations up front, and he did agree. Now, the thing is, he hasn't given any sign when I talked to him of not being interested anymore. Like, the last thing I said was, when you get back, do you want to try to get together? He said yes. And that was it. But
so am I? And Hemi and Shazam, I'm asking this question to you. Am I with this with the answer I'm about to give him? Am I giving it too soon? Do we need content or what?
Yeah,
this
too
is
soon.
content.
Hold on, because I have more questions.
Okay.
So, what are the hard questions that you're trying to get out the way first?
If you can understand my mental disabilities, if you can understand that sometimes I go through up and downs when it comes to having a job, if you can deal with the fact that my emotions are, I'm getting into a good emotionally intelligent place, and I just want somebody that is not going to make me feel horrible about who or where I am. I don't want anybody to pay for me for things. I'm looking for a sugar daddy or no shit like that. But I need to know that you are an emotionally aware person and you can handle someone like myself. Because being neurodivergent, it's not easy to find somebody that is willing to deal with someone who has anxiety, depression, CPTSD, and shit, ADHD. That's difficult. I
Yeah,
can
What
focus
is CPTSD?
childhood PTSD.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Uh,
that's way too much, too fast, too soon. You didn't even figure out if he liked you as a person that he just met yet before you gave him all that.
well, he
And that's what I was about to say. It was too soon for you to be saying all of that.
But that's my thing is when but if you say it's too soon, then when is the right time? Because if we get to know each other and these things come out and then you don't want to deal with them, I'm gonna fucking be hurt. So
Okay,
Those those things
I'd
come out
rather know
as
now.
those
Huh?
no,
things those things come out as you get to know each other, though, slowly.
Yeah, but people can drop you when they start realizing these things. And I don't want that in my life. I'd rather know up front, can you handle this? So
So
that
So
we
would
can
you
here
move
rather?
is
Wait, no,
forward.
where
wait. Hear me out.
nope, here is where the self sabotage comes in. And I told him like when he called me one day, like this
Yeah, okay,
one
yeah,
day this
maybe
week,
you cut yeah, 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 yeah.
freaking out about the man not contacting him enough and blah blah blah. And first of all, I just want to point out when he first told me about the guy, this was maybe last weekend, I thought he was like, I haven't really told you, but I've been talking to someone. So I am assuming they've been talking for a while and he was just kind of keeping it under wraps because he didn't want to jinx it. So when he calls me and he's freaking out and like he doesn't hit me up enough and he doesn't do these things, and I said, well, have you asked him the questions that you need to know and blah blah blah. And
Excuse
he's
me.
and it's somewhere in the conversation he says it's been 5 days since we met and I'm just frustrated. I'm not gonna let him ignore me. So I'm like, five
Well, no,
days
I didn't say nothing. I
it's
didn't say I'm gonna
only
let
been
him ignore me. I
yes
said
you
that
did.
him no, I said him not responding in the evening
No,
was a red
no.
flag.
You specifically said I won't be ignored. I don't know if you remember because
No.
you were having that your mental rant where you just are saying, you know, where you get into your bag. You do it on the show sometime. And I don't even sometimes you don't even know that you said certain things. Like you'll say I went back and watched the show and I didn't realize that I did all of that. And when you get at that point, you say so many things. You were like, I won't be ignored. He's not gonna ignore me. We've known each other for 5 days, and I was like, 5 days. I'm like, you don't even know this man. I was like, I will come over to the east side and slap you upside the head. It's been 5 days. Breathe.
He
Calm down.
really did say that. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm like, it's
He
been
really
five.
he
You
stopped
have
me.
only known this man for 5 days.
um,
He
And
stopped me
you
mid
are
sentence when I got
freaking
to the
out like
5 days part.
like y'all been together for 20 years and your marriage is ending. Calm down. I'm like, it's not that
When I
serious.
pointed out because before that, when I pointed out, oh my god, I hate you. Let's go back to your date, bitch. Before that, I pointed out the loopholes that I found. Well, not found that I saw and noticed. And then yes, he interrupted me and said, "This is only been 5 days. You are giving this too much." And I said that he was probably right. I told and see the thing about it, I know that when it comes to liking somebody, my brain goes in a very different direction than it does when it's just a friend. And I describe it like this.
totally live.
Basically, actually my brain melts. Because y'all are my friends, and I talk to y'all a particular way. Y'all know how I am. you know, what you see is what you get. I'm comfortable with y'all. But as I describe it, when I meet a guy I like, I tend to go and I can't think. Now, that's not to disrespect any of my special needs folks. That's just an example of how I feel I get. Just so for anybody that sees, That was not a disrespectful thing towards anyone with special needs. That is how I explain how I get, because I can't say the things that I say to you bitches that I say to a motherfucker that I'm trying to fuck or be with. My mind goes in a different direction sometimes. So I try to offset that by just coming off the cuff as I am with y'all with them. Does it work all the time? No. Most men are afraid of direct interaction. I don't know how the
I
fuck
don't think
that
it's
is.
the afraid of direct interaction. I think, friend,
You
your
just put on.
aggression when you like someone is can be very off putting.
I come in hot. I
We've
know I
had
do.
that conversation.
I'm like a
Yeah,
meteor strap. I'm like a meteor strap to
Yes,
a
it's
rocket.
like
I know how I am.
5 days, and you're like, so when are we getting married? And
Um,
But
like,
that's
what?
but that's why I have my counsel. That's a good topic for us to talk about right now too. Like with like having good friends to help
Because you
pull you
gotta
back,
have
because
friends.
it's
uh,
not that I'm
the,
not
the,
self-aware of this.
the spider monkey is not the way to go.
See, Spider Monkey only works when I'm trying to really be funny. And it does work sometimes, but that's more of a hookup thing. You can't that doesn't work all the time for every single person.
Explain Spider Monkey.
So when I'm in a bar setting, which is usually when it comes out,
Oh, I've
and
seen
it's
you in
funny.
action.
Yeah. When I'm in a bar setting and there's a big boy, because I love me a big tall man, that's usually one of the lines I use to flirt with, because I think it's better to go with funny than to try to be sexy all the time, because it doesn't work for me. It does not work for me.
Clearly.
I hate you. So when I go up to a guy and then we're talking and having a good conversation, I usually throw in the
I
joke.
can't breathe.
I usually I usually throw in the joke. They call me Spider Monkey because I'll get on you. And then usually they
Is
laugh,
that supposed to be?
and they every guy I do it, they laugh. It has never not gotten a laugh when I do that.
They're probably like, oh, let me laugh at this weirdo. Because
You could do that. That's fine, but
The ink
nine
is
times out of ten is what
the
it
ink,
it
the
works.
ink is supposed to
why
be hidden. Grab it
do you
on.
really do this?
Right.
Do you
I
do that?
You've seen me do that. Don't do that. You've
I
seen me do
mean,
that.
but to a random man you like, you do.
So
It's
here's the thing.
different to us. But I would not do that to like
Mm,
Travis. Fine.
so
Like
I do it when I feel like,
we'll be
okay,
like,
no,
ex-
shut up, Hemi. Shut
you
up, Hemi.
really know how to flatter a woman. Excuse me, and I will
Shut
walk
up.
away
That
like
is You're not my type
Anchorman.
anyway. Thank God.
Like
Shut up. So usually I do that at the point when the conversation has gotten to, okay, we're joking, we're having some laughs. I can slide this joke in. He's already laughing, and goes from there. And that's when it usually does, like, it hits, because they get the fact that I'm joking. And so 9 times out of 10, it works. You know what I'm saying? So Spider Monkey is just one of
so,
those go
so
tos that I like.
are
You
you
know what?
chill?
You're not the kind of guy I would go after. So if it doesn't work for you, I don't care. It's not supposed to work for you.
But has it worked for you?
Yes.
When was the last time you used? When was the last time you were talking to a guy and you
Has it
used that
worked for
line
you?
on him?
Wait, has it worked for you
I,
past you hooking
I'm
up in
very
the bar?
confused.
No, has it
It's
worked for you past you hooking up in the bar?
No, because I usually don't do it outside of bars. I only do it when I've had
Girl,
drinks. I only do it when I'm drinking. I don't do it outside of bars. I only do it
that
when I'm
should tell you
drinking.
something right there.
What?
Not to do it. Because
Sit
you're
that
doing it
Oh,
spider
when
monkey.
you if you're
Retire
doing
the
it when you're
spider
drinking, that
monkey.
means it's probably something you shouldn't be doing at all.
Retire that spider monkey.
just because y'all don't like it, I don't give a fuck. It works for a bitch.
It clearly don't. You are a lonely bitch. Spider monkey is not working for you. I love you, friend, but spider monkey, retire that. Sit her on the shelf and leave her
You know
there.
what? You gutter
Let her
snipe. How the
collect
fuck
dust.
did we get to I'm a lonely bitch? How the fuck did we get to make that jump? Where the
I'm
fuck did
just
that
saying,
come from?
because you're like it works, but I'm
Oh,
like,
wait,
but
wait.
friend,
But I'm
So
trying to hook up when I do that.
wait. If you were saying that to me, if you were saying that to me when you was trying to hook up to me or whatever, or anything spider, I'm turned off.
Well, you told me
So
that, so why would I do? And I didn't develop Spider Monkey until like where, till I got till I moved here. I had no concept of trying to be funny to be cute with a guy. I was just trying to. I don't know what I was doing when I met you. When I met you, I was on a wing and a prayer, bitch.
I
I don't know
think
what the fuck I was
for
doing.
uh,
real, just be yourself. Don't
The answer is the most.
I am.
right.
I'm always the most. That's the thing about it. I know that, and I am more comfortable with being myself. I really am. But see, here the thing is, I know that I know my personality is big. I know I'm a lot. So the man that I'm with has to be able to handle a personality my size. I'm a little guy with a big personality.
Which is why you
When I
need to ease them into it. If you just throw all that shit on somebody all at once, they're gonna just run away because they just got steamrolled.
but think about it, I don't whatever. I don't care. Look,
No,
you're my
no, you do care. That's
I
what we're
do
trying to
care.
say.
I do
Especially
care.
especially being somebody that has their own list of mental disabilities too. Like you can't just throw that out there because all they're gonna think is like, "Oh, this motherfucker crazy. Let me run." Like you have to like because just hearing the description of what you're going through or the clinical terms, it just sounds like a lot. But if you actually deal with somebody's personality as you receive it, then it's easier to accept and deal with and adapt to and enjoy and come to love and accept. So you
But
just
that's
can't
why I
just you
think he
just
still
can't throw
wants to
that out
meet
there
me.
like that.
I understand where you're coming from. But that's why I think he still wants to meet me though, because I think that he's trying to look past that and still see that.
and that if that's the case, fine. But you should be aware of how you can be coming off to him. You know what I'm saying?
I admit that when I was in therapy, my therapist did say I can give too much information too soon sometimes. But
Your pseudo therapist said that too.
We've all said that.
yeah, but you don't get paid.
That's why I call
Obviously.
you
Uh,
pseudo
but
therapist.
maybe
I
maybe
love you though. I love you. I love you, bitch. You are. Let me tell you something. You are the only person, therapist friend wise, that I have ever met that will let me get all of my shit out and then scoop it up into a nice, pretty ball and throw it right back at me.
Because
oh
I have
No,
No,
learned
no,
what technique
because you
works
are a
for
bit
you.
of a wrecking ball too. But
right,
oh
Carnage, Carnage, Carnage. You have grown. You're good at doing that now. When you were
no,
younger,
I'm saying now. I no, I was a mess back then, but I specifically remember. Uh, shut up.
a lot of
uh,
syllables in that word, nigga. I'm just saying. Thank you.
I specifically remember I was letting you get all your shit off or whatever, and I was saying, "Okay, are you done getting your shit off or whatever?"
Yeah, you do that now. You have become in our friendship. You have become more emotionally intelligent, and I do thank you for that. You have grown. I love you. So I'm gonna give you your props for that. But I'm saying,
I,
like, I don't call you with the crying, I'm losing my mind shit like I do this bitch. Like, I
yeah,
anymore,
give you a break from that shit.
Listen,
Like, I give you a break from that.
I said anymore.
no, I will say, Carnage, you take more from him than I do. Cause that day I called y'all in the car and he was screaming and yelling at you, and
Oh yeah, that is
I was
true
like,
though.
wait, what's going on? Cause with him, when he get loud with me, I'll be like, you better bring your tone down and talk to me
no,
like you
I,
got
no, no, no,
some sense.
I
no,
have made him mad that day.
I know
no,
y'all was
no,
both
no,
screaming though.
no. He called me to come to get him to get some weed, and he waited until he got in the car with me.
Okay.
Then then when we got to rolling, he blew up like that, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I blindsided him like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yes,
I
I
was
just
mad.
random called
No,
and y'all was
I
screaming. I'm
was,
like, what's
no,
happening?
I literally was like, I want to kick him out the car right now.
Yeah, the car was shaking and everything. Like that nigga was trying his best to keep his calm. With one hand, he was like, "Motherfucker, no, stop!" Like he was losing. Okay, so for context, this was the day that I watched the show and saw that Shazam had changed the credits. And I was upset because I'm like, what is this? I don't understand. This was how all that shit started. And instead of going to Shazam and taking my frustrations out on him and talking to him, asking him questions, whatever, I didn't have any weed. So I called the first person that I knew would help me get green, which is always this motherfucker. So, and when I got in the car, my brain was like, shut up. You don't have weed. Shut up. You don't have weed. You will go off. I just looked at him and said, do you know? And bitch, it went from there. I just looked Eric right in his face. Do you know? And so I owe you an apology. That was all
Boston
me.
Credits has been around for like many months at this point. That's the thing that
Baby,
got me.
baby, look. So I said, I give it to you. Yeah, I am a bit crazy. I am a bit crazy. My friends,
A
my
snitch.
council, my core, y'all get me, y'all love me, and I love y'all. I know. But that's why I say I got therapists in my friend circle. It's like I said, I will give you both of that. Yes. See, it's a difference. Uh, with Eric, I'm so used to losing my temper with him because he can take it to a certain degree that I don't think about it sometimes. You know what I mean? Like it's like falling back into like riding an old bike or something. So that day, it was like second nature just to like vent to him and go off on Eric. And whatever came back, I didn't care about because I was like, I'm angry and I want to get this out and I want to argue. So bring it, big nigga. So that's kind of was my shit. So it was funny. It's like after we got to live and I got the weed and everything, I literally sat in the car for like in the first 15 seconds. I said, that was all me. I am so sorry. Eric looked at me like he was so mad. He looked at me, he's like, whoo, that one bag changed your life. I ought to punch you in your fucking face. It's like, oh, you did all that all the way here. I ought to punch you. Ooh, he was hot. He was fucking hot. Himmy
I
is
would have
different.
too. Just randomly calling you to ask something else. I can't even believe you answered the phone in the middle of that
I can't
argument.
believe I answered either. I don't know why I did. But
Cause
Himmy is
I
I
was trying to
no,
get off the phone,
no,
like, oh,
I
maybe I'll just
no,
call
I
you back.
I no, I knew why he answered it. He answered it to let you know, Hebby, that me and him was arguing.
Mm,
It was
mm.
very
You
uncomfortable.
needed a
I'm
safety net.
like, I'm like, nope,
I don't know.
I
I
don't
just
want any parts of this.
yeah, he was a fat as shit. But with Hemi, it's like I'll be venting, and the angrier I get, Hemi eyes start to go up. And it's like, okay, girl, okay, girl. He knows that I'm not mad at him, but it's like when my voice reaches a certain level of anger, it's like, okay, now we gotta bring it down.
I'll be like, hold on.
Now I feel like it's coming.
I'll be like, now you're getting out of hand. We
but,
not doing this today.
but
You can
now I
talk
feel
to me and tell me how you feel, but I'm gonna need you to check your tone and your volume, and then
so.
we can continue talking.
I've had to learn that a lot when it comes to how I talk to people and my friends. And I love y'all because y'all really have rode the wave with me learning how to do that. 'Cause I used to talk, y'all think, because like to the audience, if y'all think I'm bad now, oh, baby, let me tell you something. I had
I
no cut
commend
cards when I was younger
you. Check yourself a lot these days, so I do commend you on that. And you're quick to
because I respect having y'all
self-reflect
in my
and
life.
apologize sometimes when you come off a certain way. Which when
But
I felt like I
Speaking
first dealt
of,
with you, it
uh,
was just like,
but
nope, it
but
was his fault.
but for somebody who you know you for 20 plus years, and when they met
we're
you,
rounding 20.
yeah, but
But same context. Go ahead.
yeah, and you had those same things about
Ooh.
you then that you got now. Like you
Oh,
gotta
honey,
you
some
gotta
things
show
ain't changed.
you gotta show me some work before you get credit on that.
Like some shit, I know I'm changed. Some shit ain't changed. I will give you that. Well, I will. That reminds me of the very first argument that we had in doing this show, and that was a prime example of me having to learn how to talk to my crew. It was the
You mean
I don't. It was that
when you quit?
no when they almost walked off. Like I forget what I. It was
Bro, I
something with
was
the
done.
show.
I was so done. You had no fucking clue. I was so
It was
done.
something that was with the show that I don't even remember why what something wasn't coming out fast enough or I don't know what it was. I was being a little tyrant. I don't know. And I
You
called
were.
Heavy going off and he was like, "Don't call them. Talk to me. I
Right.
will call them. If need be, I will call them.
Right. I'm like,
Do
let
not
me
call them."
tell them.
Girl, I got their phone so fast and I called him on a
He
group
was like,
chat.
nope, I'm calling it with you on the phone right now. We gonna discuss it. I'm like, it's gonna go real bad. And it's like, I told him, I was like, this is not gonna go well. It's just not. You're talking crazy, and I can already tell you, Shazam and Carnage are not gonna take this well. I know. I already know. He was like, well, I'm doing it anyway. And then y'all end up both hanging up. I know. And when y'all hung up, I was like, I told you. I told you this was not gonna go well. I knew it in my spirit
he said
because
that
you
so
was
many
talking crazy as hell,
he said that so
real
many times.
reckless.
Friend, don't call them. Friend, don't call them.
Yes,
Friend, you need them. Don't call them. And I, woo, baby, when I tell you, it was like simultaneous fuck you, bitch. They both,
yes.
I
They
was
hung
going for
up
about a
one
good
after the other. Like,
60
nope.
seconds. And it was like, they didn't even respond. They didn't even say anything to me. It was like, boop, boop.
Yep, Eric hung up first, and then Cole hung up like 5 seconds later. Like, nope. Mm-mm.
When I tell you the awkward silence that me and him had for 5 seconds before he said, girl, I told you.
Yeah, like,
And we sat there. It was a good show. It felt like longer, but I know it had to be a good 5 to 10 seconds. And he was
yeah.
like,
And I'm
girl, I
like,
told
and now you know you gonna have to apologize. You set yourself up for
you.
failure because now you got to get them back. Go ahead and figure out your apology speech. 'Cause
That was the most humbling moment of my life when I tell you to call Carnage after we talked and him, he talked me down. I called him. I am so sorry. I did not. And this is the tone I tried to use. I am so sorry. I really didn't understand what I was saying. I was just a little upset. And I really do appreciate what you and Cole do for the show. And he sat there for about a minute, let me talk. And he was like, if you hadn't called me and said what you said, it would have been done. And I was like, thank Jesus. Oh God.
Because I told him, I said, no, no, you need to call them back and apologize. I was like, everything you just did was so wrong and so
But y'all don't
like you
understand.
could have spoke to them a completely different way, but you was so disrespectful. And I'm like, you need to apologize.
And look, to make it worse, Carnage had the phone laying down on his desk because he was at work. So he was literally looking down on me as I was giving him this apology. So it made it 10 times fucking worse, the visual, right? Because usually when motherfucker hold the phone to your face so you can look at the face. No, it was like, what?
No, no. The way he went off with and the way he went off at me or whatever or both of us,
Yeah.
he wouldn't get the privilege of me
Privilege, bitch.
holding the
Come on,
phone.
privilege. Because he was not giving. He was not giving me nothing. When I tell you, he was giving me all the stone face. It was all shade, nothing. He was giving me nothing. And then he was like, "You need to go look at Canva, and you need to see what Shazam has done." And then I went and saw what he did, and I came back humble. I said, "Oh, it's so cute.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I was mistaken. I should not have said those things. I had to go to Cole. Woo! I said, Shazam, I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean it. Your work is really nice. Your work is really appreciated, honey. You are welcome in this space, boo boo. Oh my God, you are welcome in this space. Girl, I had to eat some humble pie that day. You would have thought, child, you would have called me Cinderella or something. I was like, yo, that arrow is real nice. That arrow is real cute, Shazam. I like how you did that arrow. Is that pink? I like pink. Oh, I'm sorry, that's fuchsia. Oh, girl, that works. That
I
works, girl.
think that's
Work.
what that was part of what it was about when
Yeah, he
Shazam
changed the
changed
logo.
the logo.
Yeah, he changed the
Yeah,
logo, and he didn't say anything.
and you went
That was the
crazy.
beginning. That was the beginning when Shazam came in and started doing the graphics for the show. And shout out to you. You do amazing work. I will tell you that you do amazing work. But I wasn't ready to receive someone changing something I created. So when he changed the logo, my whole brain went inside out. Like, why? What do you do? What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? Why do you change it? I don't understand. So it was.
Right. Instead of just having a calm conversation, like, why did you change this, friend? You just went nuts. I was like, I don't care. It's
I think
like
I
I
complimented
was like, I
everything
like
Cole
both
did
of
for
them.
like
Whatever.
three
I
shows
don't
straight.
care.
Like that abbreviation you did was real good, Cole. I like that. That was nice. You did that. I tried to make sure he was like I don't just like look everything. Both of them like this sound really good. The air sounds nice, Carnage. I like it. When I tell you I was trying to keep my cool, bitch. Oh, good God, honey. So I have learned. Okay, I have learned.
Oh,
Oh, moving on to other things. Let's get off of me, cause good God.
no one wants to be on it. Okay, that
I
was
will.
me. That was
The
me.
I will.
lies, the
I'll
lies
take it
you
No
tell
back.
you,
comment.
bitter
No
ass
comment.
bitch.
No comment.
The lies you tell you, bitter bitch.
No comment.
Shit. The fuck?
Oh.
That's a lie. Okay, so moving on. I know that a lot of the talks have been going on with the Diddy case and all like that.
Mhm.
Carnage has been our eye in the sky, keeping coverage over the case and whatnot and things of that nature. So we wanted to make room, give space, if you will, for him to relate to us what's going on, is to have happenings and things. We have some notes and things we can follow along with. So, Carnage, whenever you are ready, my man, I'm gonna let you take it away.
Come on, Gail King.
Saying blow by blow, give it to us, baby. Give us the below by blow. Come on,
I need more liquor.
the below by blow. Come on now.
Ew.
Uh,
Why?
so
Why?
uh, so I'm letting my mouth charge for a minute. So if you got to talk, Shazam, let me know.
Oh, I can give it to just right now. He going to
All right,
jail. That nigga going
Shazam.
down. It's going down.
Okay, can I read? Can I read just a couple of the bullet points I got, and
Oh, here
then
we
Oh,
go.
please do.
I'm not gonna read them all. I'm not gonna do like I did
No,
last time. I'm gonna
no,
say
No,
yeah,
have
you
at it.
can.
I'm about to refresh
so.
my drink.
All right, so I'm going to just read a couple of the ones I got to give us a little bit to go on. So we're starting with Cassie's testimony. R&B singer Cassie Ventura, Diddy's former longtime girlfriend, completed 4 emotional days of testimony. God damn, that's a lot. She talked a lot of shit.
Actually, I think it's
Uh,
five at this point.
no, a week, 5 days.
She went a week, but they said they had to wrap it up because
At
she
Yeah,
was
4.
about to give birth any day. So the
yeah,
judge
yeah,
told
So
them
yeah.
they had
so
to
we're
wrap
gonna
it
say
up.
a week, or we're gonna say 4 days. Either
No,
way,
no,
we'll just
five,
run to a week.
no,
Yeah.
5 days
It was
in
5 days.
testimony.
Okay.
But see, and the judge say, okay, we got to clear her because she could go in labor any minute.
Yeah, she
So
about to pop.
they 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 got two more witnesses, but I'll
Expound on that.
yeah, but continue reading.
She described in detail the alleged abuse she endured, including being beaten, raped, and coerced into participating in the freak offs, the drug fueled sex parties involving male escorts for years. That right there is some traumatic shit. I would never want to experience that, have known anybody. Like, that's crazy shit that makes somebody go through some shit like that. Cassie testified that she felt compelled to participate due to fear of violence and threats from Diddy, who allegedly threatened to release sex videos of her if she, if she upset him. She also stated that these freak offs became like a job where she had no space to do anything else but rest. Cassie revealed that she settled the lawsuit, the 2023 lawsuit, for $20 million and recently reached an estimated $10 million settlement. She got money. With the hotel in Las Vegas regarding the assault captured on the video.
She
Excuse me.
sued the hotel
Okay, yeah.
too.
Yeah, and she won. She should have.
Yeah,
She should have sued the whole fucking hotel. Caught that shit on camera and didn't do shit.
yeah.
But last thing I'm going to read is this. All right, two more points and then I'm done. Cassie maintained that her Cassie maintained that her participation was out of fear and a desire to please Diddy initially. Later, due to fear of repercussions, she clarified that the loving FOs mentioned in text were just words at that point. She testified that she would give back the 20 million settlement if it meant she never had to participate in the humiliating freak offs. Now it does have information on the other witnesses that testified, but I'm gonna stop there and we're gonna go from there.
Okay, so that was 5 days of her testifying or whatever. So yesterday, uh, Friday, they said, okay, uh, Cassie's done. Uh, the prosecution. Who do you want to call to the stand next? It was the secret witness or whatever. So in Cassie's testimony, she said he would he would uh he would reserve uh uh he would reserve uh hotel rooms under Frank Black.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Black. That, now the reason that he said that the reason that he is uh re- uh uh doing the hotels under Frank Black is a whole nother uh uh thing, because Biggie, when he was alive, used to call himself Frank White. So you get the correlation
Mm-hmm.
or whatever.
You hitting these big words, homie. I'm getting proud of you. You're getting these big words out. Correlation.
I have a purpose.
You ought
uh,
to do a word of the day calendar.
Okay, I know that's right. Astonishment. I know that's right.
so um so fast forward to them calling the secret witness or whatever. The
Now,
secret
just
wit-
real quick, is this secret? Is this secret witness like a former assistant who wanted to remain
Well,
nameless?
why don't you let him finish? He was about to tell us.
Yeah. Oh, okay, great. Let's do that. My brain jumped ahead.
Right. I'm
My
like,
brain jumped right ahead. So I'm like, girl, like, look, like story ending. Me.
shh, hush.
so the secret witness was a government employee, somebody that worked for the home defense,
Homeland Security.
the
Oh yeah,
home.
Homeland Security. Okay.
Yeah. So um, they was questioning him and saying, "Okay, what do you do?" And he said what he does or whatever. And he says, he said, they said, what is your uh, case? What is your key to this case or whatever?" Uh, he said, I was the person who uh, arrested Sean Combs or whatever, and I was I
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Eric. You said arrested who?
Sean Combs.
Oh,
Diddy,
okay. Okay.
Diddy. Uh, what?
And that gives some context before you finish that.
Okay.
All right, so the last day of testimony with Cassie, they spent the entire time. I'm just going to sum it up. They were pretty much trying to assassinate her character by pretty
Yeah.
much insinuating that she enjoyed this. This is what she
She
was
was a
into. She was the
consenting
one.
adult.
She was the one that facilitated all these acts and everything because she wanted it. And so then they called this witness into play, and his testimony kind of correlates with what they were trying to do to Cassie on the stand at this point. All right, so sorry.
I was getting to that, but yeah. uh, so, so they was asking him, okay, um, um, you arrested Diddy or whatever. So they was asking him what they found and uh, what did they find in the room when they arrested him. They arrested him, and he went to New York, and he was staying in a hotel. Uh, I forget what hotel, but he was staying in the hotel, and he was saying that he was going to turn himself in or whatever. And this is after his house had been raided or whatever, right? So they asked, okay, what did you find in the room when you arrested Diddy? They said they found a black bag or whatever. And he said, what did you find in the black bag? He said, baby oil and astroglide glide.
Yes. No, let me stop.
Honey,
And
they found a lot of it. A
no, no,
lot of
no,
it.
no,
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 that was in his house. That was the
no.
house raid.
Oh, okay.
This was in his house.
Yeah.
They said, "What did you find in the room?"
Yeah.
So he said, "Baby oil and astroglide in another bag." He said, "What did you find in the other bag?" He said, 10 $9,000. So he was getting ready to do even after
A freak
he
off.
even after he got raided, he was getting ready to do another freak off. So that's why they arrested him.
He was going to do
So
another one.
yes, he was in he was in he was in New York getting ready to do another freak off.
It
So
makes sense when you're that type, and allegedly that type
yeah,
of person.
yeah, yeah.
It's nothing is going to stop you from doing what, or a narcissist. Nothing is going to stop you from doing what it is that you want to do,
Um,
regardless of the police or anything else. It's like if I can get one more off,
yep.
yes.
They stopped his king of all freak offs. He said, if I'm gonna turn myself in or
You're
whatever,
gonna go out with a bang.
Damn.
That's like a crackhead going to to recovery.
One
They
last
like this
hit.
last night I'm gonna get fucked up and then I'm gonna go to recovery. But this last I'm gonna get towed down this last night.
oh my god. So him him saying that on the stand or whatever proves that okay, it wasn't Cassie that was addicted to the freak off. It was you. Cole, what did you
So
say?
yeah, that's what I was trying to add in because a lot of the testimony Cassie in the end was trying to depict her as being sexually addicted
Yeah.
because she was going to a center that dealt with sexual addictions as well as other things. So they tried to pin it that she had a sexual addiction that she was trying to treat. Whereas then we have this testimony saying that, hey, you're the one that's still on drugs. You're the one that's still trying to do these sexual events and all this kind of stuff, but you're trying to say it was all her. Like she actually went and cleaned herself up. How is it
Right.
that it's her when she was still facilitating this stuff here? And I'm guessing like he was probably been tapped and being watched and everything. He was probably trying to transfer, have somebody come in and fly somebody in to do this for him, which
Yeah.
meant that he was trying to traffic somebody as well, which is probably why they moved in and arrested.
Yeah.
That's some crazy
Dun,
shit.
dun, dun.
That's some crazy
Oh
shit.
yeah,
I did the effects because code. That's where you should have put
yeah,
something
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I don't have that one. My bad. I gotta get that one.
yeah.
That works.
Yeah. So yeah, Diddy done. So,
Wow.
but it's just the fifth day of testimony. We got
Oh,
we got uh damn near 7 more weeks of testimony. So that's the first person they called after Cassie or whatever. They called the second person. Um
Don.
yes, Don Richard.
Yeah.
Um
Want to go
so
ahead and read what I got real quick, and then you can talk
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
Okay. Don Richard, a singer who, yeah,
Richard.
from Rashad.
Yeah, yes, Don Richard.
Excuse me, Miss Richard. I apologize. Don Richard, we all know, was a part of Danity Kane. She testified that she witnessed Diddy physically attacking
and
Cassie on
and
multiple
dirty
occasions.
and dirty money.
Thank you, and Diddy Dirty Money. Excuse me. She reported that, or witnessed that she saw Diddy physically attack Cassie on multiple occasions, including in an incident in 2009 where Cassie fell into the fetal position after being hit. I think, was that the same time she was wrapped in a blanket and he was talking to her?
Oh
No, that was
no, that was
that,
during the hotel that they had the shots for. This was before that.
Okay. So, Carnage, you want to go ahead and expound on the Don Shard part?
yeah. So they interview her for maybe like
Uh,
45 minutes or
Only
whatever.
45 minutes?
Yeah,
yeah,
because
she was a last final witness before everything had to be shut down for the week.
so they is going to Monday. They is going to say, okay, Don Richard, you can resume on the stand. You know what I'm saying? So they only she only testified for maybe 30 or 45 minutes, and they was like, okay, we'll break for the weekend or whatever, and we'll go Monday. You know what
So let me
Yeah.
tell. So my girl came in. She pretty much corroborated everything Cassie said. That he's attacked her. He's beat her, threw a pan of eggs at her, kicked her and shit. And then the last
Microwave
question.
them,
That,
son.
no, the last question they asked her, like, how are we gonna leave this on a cliffhanger? The last question they asked her is then, like, did you feel threatened for your own life? Like, yes. And did you want to call the police? Well, Cassie told me not to. And she said, why didn't you? She's like, Cassie said that I would disappear. And what did you mean by that? How did you take that? That I would be dead. It's like, objection, like overruled. And
Right. Right.
Well, damn.
they ended the entire thing right there. And then we have to wait till Monday for the rest of the damn program.
It's like a Netflix show.
Hmm.
Right.
And next week's episode. Right.
Right. So we'll continue later on the Diddy drama.
We'll keep you covered with the coverage.
Yeah, so what have y'all been seeing in the comments online as far as this goes? Because I've been pretty much sickened, appalled, and just outright disgusted by.
I don't look at the comments honestly because I know there's too many people that are going to defend him, and honestly, I don't want to feed that into my spirit because what he did to Cassie was abhorrent. It was horrible. There's video of him. you know what I'm saying, in that hotel, kicking and dragging that girl. You know what I'm saying? He needs his stone cold ass whipped. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're defending him, you are part of the problem, hands down.
Can I interrupt real quick? I had
Sure.
to answer the door because this is what happened when you do a podcast from home. But where did this porn music in the background go? Or am I the only one hearing this music?
Wait,
Wait, what
what?
music?
What music?
I am hearing like some do 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 do. Am I the only person hearing this
I
music?
don't I don't hear that, baby.
I'm hearing some kind of
Is one of Tink Tink toys in the background playing music?
no. It's on the headphone. Wait, let me take a look. It went away now. Cole, were you playing something?
I think Shazam was
I
playing
may
something.
have been because
It was
sometimes,
like do do do
if you don't pause
do
this thing, it keeps
do
playing
do
through
do.
all my
It
damn
was
sound
very like
effects.
80s workout porn music
I
playing.
do have like, was it this one?
Yes, it was that. It was playing in the background. I came back and I just couldn't
Wait,
take it no more. Like, why
Shazam,
is
give me
this?
that one more time. Give me that one more time. Wait a minute, give
It
me that
was
time.
very like Jane Fonda workout, but porn on music. Yeah. I'm like, is nobody hearing this but me? I'm like,
No, girl, you
I'm
the only one, but girl, I want to get physical
No,
now, honey.
like, what?
we wasn't hearing it.
I was like, is there a reason this music is playing that I missed?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on today, but my shit's really glitchy right now. I'm sorry because we couldn't hear it on our end.
For the whole time since I came back, that music was playing. And I just couldn't take it no more, so I had to stop y'all. Like, is there a reason that we're playing? Is this giving something? Like, what is this music supposed to be giving that I missed when I stepped away? Okay, I'm sorry. I just couldn't take it no more. I was like, this music is killing me. I can't believe none of y'all heard it. It was maybe when we watch it back, y'all will see it's just the whole time like do 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 do. Why y'all talking?
So
Oh.
inappropriate right now.
But so on brand for this show. I swear to God.
Oh.
But yeah, like I was saying though, the comments have been just disgusting, and it's kind of telling me that people don't really understand what goes on when people have been groomed
Yeah.
in the emotional manipulation, the psychological shit that goes on with it.
Yes, sir.
Um, the fact that they're trying to blame her and saying that she was a conspirator in this is crazy to me. Like, she had no power, she had no money over anything, she did not have any kind of agency over anything that was happening to her, and they're trying to blame her for this shit. Like, we've done,
It
we've
doesn't
considered
surprise me.
more for less
Yeah.
than what she's going through. I'm like, it's crazy to me. Like, I didn't realize misogyny was just so fucking off the scale.
It's not crazy to me because the lawyers got a job to do. They trying to get him off.
It's
So
not the
it
lawyers though. I'm just, this is the public opinion is what's
well,
killing me.
and I think this is a big part of, and that's I don't like Nugget said. I haven't really been watching the comments either because people some for me people are so ignorant sometimes, and it's always I hate when someone blames the victim because she was 21 when they started dating. She
Right.
didn't
She
even
just started
have
a
all
music
her
video.
mental.
Allegedly,
No,
she was younger than that. She was younger than
Well,
that.
they met.
uh,
She said she met when they were when she was a teenager. But I was reading the thing, and she said they actually officially started dating at 21. Like she said,
Yeah, he waited.
the
So,
first
but
time
what
she
was
kissed
unofficially?
him.
That's this the unsaid.
Well,
That's
I'm just
that
telling
needs to be said.
because she said on the stand, I was, I was reading all the comments when we were doing the pre-show, but she
Mhm.
said the first time they ever kissed was at her 21st birthday.
Right, but
But
again, he was growing her until that
I
time.
know,
well, we know that
but that's not
it
what
was
I'm saying. I'm
semantic.
not talking about.
Right.
I know he was.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like the grooming, but I'm saying like that you're not even in your full mental facilities until you're like 25, 26. That's a
I
proven
say
fact.
30 to
And
be
so it's
honest.
easy. I mean, that's just what biology says. But so it's easy to grab somebody that age. It's the same thing R. Kelly would do. I'm going to get him at
Excuse me.
18, 19, 17, 16, 14,
R.
because
Kelly,
it's easy for me to groom you
Drake.
into what
It
I
has
need
all
you
the
to do.
same
Jay Z.
feelings. Allegedly.
I don't
Lord
know nothing
knows.
about Jay Z.
That's not alleged.
Allegedly,
Like
I'm not speaking
we,
on
I'm
Beyonce's
sorry,
behalf.
I know it too damn much, and I
no,
met
it is
Beyonce when
alleged
she
because
was
we ain't got no
younger.
damn money.
Wait,
It's
wait,
alleged
wait.
because we ain't got no damn money to be sued by nobody.
Um,
All of this
so
is alleged.
okay, we
Put that
Okay,
there.
I will speak
okay.
from my experience and having met this young Beyonce when she was just started Danny. I mean not Danny King, Destiny's Child.
Uh,
It's not alleged.
The
She,
views and thoughts
No,
I'm
expressed
we're
by.
sorry.
still saying allegedly because ain't nobody suing us, Cole. Allegedly.
I saw that the views and thoughts
Okay,
expressed by Shazam are
Because that
not
will be
that of West Point.
your word against hers or
okay,
his.
okay,
All this is
okay,
alleged.
okay. Allegedly.
You can say whatever you want as long as you lead in with allegedly.
Okay, allegedly. Allegedly. So I
We need some muting on
was,
this.
Oh, you got to mute.
yeah, I was a Jay Z fan for a long time.
Yes, sir.
So, shut up. Um, um,
Hurts. I don't know.
so I was a Jay Z fan when he was fucking around with uh Foxy Brown.
Yes,
Fo-
China doll.
Foxy Brown was 16 when she signed a deal with Jay Z. He allegedly he was
Thank
fucking
you.
around. Allegedly he was fucking around with uh, uh, Foxy Brown. Um, allegedly, it's allegedly because Nas wrote about it on his song, this song to Jay Z.
She also actually said that it did happen, and then she recanted later. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So you don't think you don't think when she recanted Jay Z ain't at hit her up and paid her or threatened her or whatever he did. He didn't
Allegedly.
do that allegedly. So yeah, like uh now fast forward, I was a Jay Z fan for a long time. Um Aaliyah. Um it was it was stated that allegedly he had some dealings with Aaliyah and Dame Dash because they was in a love triangle or whatever. Aaliyah was in her teens. I don't know how I don't know 19, 18, or whatever. I don't know or whatever, but I know she was in her teens. So fast forward. Beyonce. She was it's a
Pattern.
it's a pattern, but
Yeah, of grown men in the hip hop industry getting with young girls.
No,
no, it's a known fact. Beyonce was saying when did she, it's a known fact that the interview of Beyonce or whatever, and they said, when did you meet Jay Z? And she was like, it was a long time ago. Clearly, she was lying or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't want to say he was. She met him when she was underage. So it's clearly a thing, a pattern that he did. You know,
But that goes back to what I was saying before.
and they're all in the same circle. That's the thing that gets me. They're all in the same circle. They all hang out together, and they all have the same weird case. I'm just saying.
But again, it's that same thing of older men going for younger girls. That has been since I think
She
almost since hip hop kind of started. That's been something. And even when you go back,
Well,
oh yeah, you were kind of slow.
well, it's not just hip hop because um um the what's the white person that uh got the young person uh uh he is on the NFL uh, uh
Oh, don't give me the line. I don't know the NFL.
Right, I understand. I understand where you're going, but I'm just talking about because since we're talking about Diddy and it's in the realm of hip hop, we're going to keep it in the realm of hip hop. I understand that's something that happens in other areas like sports and things of that nature, but we're discussing hip hop and how grown ass men do this fuck shit in hip hop and how it's not okay. You know what I'm saying? Like
R&B too.
de- in the music industry, let's just say that in the music industry as a whole, it's not okay. Never been okay. Cassie is a prime example of you know what I'm saying how fucking wrong it is. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just hope that once all this shit comes out, that artists in the music industry get treated better because I've always heard horror stories about how artists get treated, and I hope these things just make things better for the artist. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? That's where I end it because I don't have anything else to go on right now because I don't have anything else with the case is still going. So my final thought with it is just that I hope Diddy gets what he deserves. I hope whoever is involved gets brought to the light. You know, everybody that's involved, I hope they get whatever they deserve when it comes to this as well. But at the end of it, I hope that this is a lesson for artists to not trust producers and people just because they have glitz and glamour. And I hope that artists get treated much better in the future. That's my final thought on it. He deserves whatever's fucking coming to him, and that's what I got to say. You got a final thought, my friend?
um I am just I just feel like everything in the dark comes to light. None of the dirt you're doing will ever
Stay dirty.
stay in the dark forever. And the fact that there's so many people that came out of the woodworks once Cassie dropped the bomb and was strong enough to actually go against him. And for all these people to come out and say, yes, all these things were happening. But it was always for me a moment that you could see that something was off with Diddy because everybody that's worked with him runs away. Mary J. Blige, Faith Evans, Danity Kane, like everybody was like,
Day
nope,
26.
can't do
Yeah,
this
if they
anymore.
didn't run away, they were dead. One or
But
the
that
other.
right, but they never would speak about it. But everybody would break off from him, like I don't want to deal with Diddy anymore. And so it's things you could see all the time, but I think because he was so powerful, you just don't run against that. Same thing
Yeah,
like a Harvey Weinstein. He's so powerful, he can make or break you. You just don't run against him, no matter what he does to you. And but it takes one person to
we we
set it
seeing
up for other people to feel like they can be brave enough to say something.
we
Um,
seeing the same thing over and over again.
yeah,
It's just on black now. That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah, so you just need somebody. But I think you get your karma is a bitch, and it's always gonna come slap you in the face, and so you're gonna get what is coming to you. That's how life moves for me. So those are my thoughts.
Shazam Carnage. Final thoughts, my friends. This was a wonderful episode.
Yeah, I need people to understand what the hell, how consent works. No matter what you've done prior to whatever moment that's happening, if someone says they're not into it when it goes down at any point in time, regardless of what happened before, don't go there. Don't do it. Don't proceed. If
Right.
someone says no, they're not into it, you can't push further. Um,
Oh, that's an honest lesson.
Yeah, and that's a lot of what's going on right here. And so, just because Cassie at one point in time was okay with some things, does not mean she was okay with things all the time. And it does not mean she needs to be vilified for her actions past when she said no. So, regardless of what she's done prior to that, does not hold any kind of weight to her character afterwards. We're all sexual beings. We all like to have fun, but there's a point in time where it's not fun no more. And she should not be vilified for saying that some bad shit happened to her in the moments that it happened. So I want everyone to take that into account. Let this woman live her life because she's gone through enough. She has a happy marriage, three happy kids, and some money to spend. Let her live it
But
out
hey,
and right, let her live it out and be happy and healthy past the trauma that she's been through. And please, I get it that some women do try to use weaponize sexual assault and abuse in their favor, but most times they are actually in the right. So actually listen to the victims and then use discernment afterwards. That's all I got to say on that.
All right.
anything?
Carn Carnage. Carne asada.
Oh wow.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Go ahead.
I would just um piggyback off of what Suzanne said. Um, 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 Consent is everything,
Yes.
and I am shocked that I'm reading the comments and they said, "Oh well, she liked the freak offs or whatever." Uh, okay, but what point did she say no? I don't like him, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? He should have stopped or whatever. He didn't, so we here. That that that's it. He didn't, so we here. That's it. So that's all I had.
All right, y'all. It's a very thought provoking episode here
I enjoyed it.
from me to Kyrie to Diddy to all the things. We are happy y'all joined us today. Um, we're gonna wrap it up. And
Yeah, man.
Kyrie, go ahead with your part of our ending spiel.
Let's see if I got this. Thank you guys so much. So,
All the musical instruments.
all right. Thank you guys so much for checking this out again for another great episode. It was amazing to take a minute to dive into all this good shit with my people. Love you guys so very much. So, if you want to support us, you can go to, what is it, hoodgeekmedia.com, correct?
That was not the first thing you were supposed to say. Why can't you get this right?
No, the reason why is because
Um,
Artistic Wizardry Studios is currently down. So I was going with
You're
his
supposed to
site
start with
first.
our website first, and then
yeah,
look, because Cole has the
Okay,
stuff
you
on the
know,
bottom of the screen.
I so forgot that. I don't remember.
Get it together.
Golly. Okay.
but kudos on the Hood Geek Media thing.
We was gonna remember, but you was
Yeah,
supposed to start with what's the point
No,
pod.com.
no, I just wanted to make sure I remember that. That's just everything else been left. Everything else been right in my brain. Okay, so
Take
if you
two.
want to, yes, take two. Thank you. If you want to support us, you can go to what'sthepointpod.com. There you can watch previous episodes, listen to previous episodes. You can learn about Hemi, myself, Carnage, or Shazam. And you can support us by going to hoodgeekmedia.com. There you will find merch for the show. You can help us grow. Also, like us, follow us, share us, and subscribe to us. And if there's anybody that you know that would love our type of content, please go ahead and tell them about us. Uh, Hibby, please tell everybody where they can listen to us every Thursday.
Every Thursday at 11 a.m. you can catch us on Spotify or anywhere you listen to your podcast. Now, Kyrie, can you tell them where they can watch us?
You can watch us every Friday morning at 11 a.m. on YouTube. We'll be streaming and premiering live. And you can also catch either Shazam, myself, Hemi, or Carnage in the live chat, depending on what day and who you get. One of us will be in the live chat to chit
Just
chat with you.
chatting you up.
There you go. While the show is premiering. So thank you all once again. And Hemi, please tell our people what they can do.
Keep it classy, y'all.
All right, y'all. Take care. We out. Oh, are you really doing that?
I am. Did you like that?
No, absolutely not. I was mortified.
It looked like a freeze frame, though, didn't it? It looked like
it looked like you. It looked like your camera froze.
Go,
bitch.
cut us off. Cut us
Please
off.
cut us off.